It's a good question, Trace. I am a tool. Henry, what would you do with me?
Many things, Matthew, but for now, I thought like we should talk about this game, keep it within our wheelhouse is what we do best. Or at least we try, and we'll see if Liquid can pull this map back.
Convincing argument.
And we see the PD50 come out. It's going to be Nafly with that in hand. They've got a couple of smokes here. If you are just joining us, the second map of this bracket game. And we'll see now if the PD50 will find the opening kill. No aggression in the CTC. You can see a CZ there for Amanek as well. Jax will be holding in the connector with Amanek as they wait for any sort of approach from Liquid. Looks like a B finish as they feel there's no aggression on the CT side. They'll smoke the bomb site, probably Heaven as well, flash over and try and get that entry pick, courtesy of Nafly. Smokes being deployed at this point. Have to go pretty quickly, as now the flashes will be delivered as well.
Straight contact, Twists to lead the charge.
Nice deep smoke as well.
Notice he got tagged from jungle. They're aware they don't have short control, so they look back that direction. Nap and the leash finding the first kill. They clear the back man toward the stairs. Now when they walk in from sandbags, Twist finds two Elish, the other, and it's all onto Kenny S. All down. Not a single kill going the way of G2, and Liquid take the pistol.
There it is. Smoke towards Graffiti. Deep smoke in Heaven. One flash over, and no CT presence there. Bomb planted. Shots landed. Liquid with the advantage on the T side. Will we see any investment from the Frenchman in the second? I doubt it. 5 seconds remaining, nothing purchased just yet. One flashbang, probably going to go towards the middle, flash towards the fountain, and see whether any kills can be found, I would imagine. Unlikely to win this round, but it does happen from time to time. Flashbang being set up right now. It's going to be deployed any second from Lucky, and they'll pounce from long and see if they can find any sort of kills here. But Liquid should be really far back, deep towards those T-steps.
Twists. Back out. 3 players there. Shocks able to do just enough damage. Death by 1,000 paper cuts from that range against USP. Surprisingly, though, this has come to a 1-on-2. Twist went down in a 1-on-3 battle, isolation, if you will, but didn't think that it was going to get this sloppy from Liquid. So G2 pounced on the opportunity of everyone getting caught off toward the playground, and now it's a rush back over toward B to try and make sure the round doesn't get any worse for Liquid.
Yeah, absolutely. They should be fine here, considering Lucky's on the other side of the map here. He's shown presence. They know B will be clear. At this point, if he can save a rifle, that would actually be fine. If he can get the AK like that, hold on to that to the next round, that's perfect. Might as well hold T-spawn, I suppose, for an exit kill, but pretty much zero chance of winning the round. Flashes, HEs, and D. He'll just hold this position, see if he can take one more down with him. They'll buy up next round, ideally with the AK-47 available.
Is he going to hold, though?
I don't know. I would hold the AK and just make sure you definitely save that.
All right. Apparently not. I'm kind of with you here.
Yeah, okay. I think his teammate's like, bro, let's be sensible here. Let's not go through to that point. You're not going to defuse the bomb without a kit. No armor, of course. So this is fine. He's just holding up for the exit. Now flight. This is his stomping ground, though. This side of the map is usually his. Nice shot from Lucky. That will do. He gets away with the AK, another $300. So that couldn't have really got any better. Remember, they invested $200 into that round. That was it. One flashbang, got them 4 kills and an AK. That's not bad at all. They're 2-0 down, but they know they have Liquid on the ropes now financially as the buys come through. AK, obviously, for Lucky. No drops required. Money relatively strong. Would have liked him to have dropped maybe a rifle just to boost their chances in the utility department, but Amanek will enter the round of an AUG, armor, and nothing else. And round 3 begins. No snipers available just yet, but G2 have whittled down the finances of Team Liquid. Will they show any aggression here? Looks to be a pretty standard round as Twist will push through the short pipe here with conviction, looking for any aggression from that short position.
Hold it out on the railing. No one to boost, but he can get information. Audio cues. Nade goes toward the stairs, thrown out by Naf. And Jax is still trying to fire in, hoping he'll catch someone up close.
It is interesting that G2 are focusing on the AUG still. A lot of teams have shied away from that. At Cologne, I think they only purchased, in terms of rifles, 5% of the time. They really dropped off.
Yeah, considering you go back to Katowice, where it was the most purchased gun in the tournament. Ooh. Shoxy. Erased! It's Stewie, that's the biggest kill of them all, because he's able to react and catch out Kenny, who is trying to rely on that aggro toward Connector. and catch them off. Now it remains a 4-on-2 in favor of Liquid with 49 seconds to go. Lucky still on the AK, but bomb planted. Jax cannot attack the site.
Indeed. Remember, it was 6-1 down on Dust 2 and came back, so still obviously very early days here, but on the CT side, going to be 3-0 down. Didn't really get much damage inflicted whatsoever. Lovely shots coming in from the T side there, and as you mentioned, the most important one of all was Stewie finding Shoxy, who was about to trade. Potentially good for 2 frags there. Lucky looks like his days are numbered as well. Spots an Affleck. Will he get the frag? Certainly will. It's Jax now, holding onto his rifle. And I feel like Liquid have done enough here. Their money doesn't really sit in a position where they can justify a full-on hunt here. They'll take the round and maintain the perfect score. 3-0 in their favor on the T side. As the Atlas mentioned, we all said it before, it's the best map for Liquid, probably the best team in the world on Overpass right now. A scary prospect for G2 considering the start as well. They saved the 2 rifles, but can't really do much with them. They'll buy some AKs, sorry, some Deagles to go with the AKs. A CZ there for Amanek. Shoxy with the Deagle. A fighting chance here, but a massive advantage for Liquid. Molotov towards shorts, and will we see any quick opening kills here from the French?
Twists just holding it out with the aggression again towards short. Now back away this time though. And they regroup toward T stairs. Nitro leads the charge instead past the fountain. He'll cover over the bathrooms, or cross over the bathrooms I should say, with the smoke already down, so they very comfortably get toward the picnic as well. Very passive stance from G2 without much rifles to work with, and the fact that there was a little bit of utility at long A to start with, they didn't want to over-contest.
Yeah, they're just going to sit back and try and hold on to the 2 smokes they have as long as they possibly can, whittle that time down. Long control for Liquid here, and the bathrooms to note. So a full A execution certainly available. They have the majority of the utility. They haven't had to expend too much of it to get in this position. Nitro knows he has the advantage in most of these duels as he fires also bullets towards the APC. Does tag Kenny S, and the A finish looking incredibly likely now. Oh, 5 players there for G2 though. This could be a spicy one. They've made the gamble stack. It's perfect for now, 30 seconds. They have to commit off this.
Naf. Oh, he's so close. I thought that he was going to get countered given that he threw the Molotov. Wasn't sure the gun would be ready enough, but he still gets away with the kill. Now Stewie to catch out Omanuk. He's still on the site. Thankfully, Twists had already gotten in behind it because Elige has 1 HP. That could have been more awkward than it turned out to be. Still only 2 alive, so G2 are still keeping the economy relatively calm on the Liquid side, but it's 4-0 nonetheless.
Yeah, 5-man stack towards the A site. You think G2 might have been able to pull that one off, but it's Liquid holding on. But yes, money still a bit of an issue, even though they are 4-0 up. It's going to be the Kenny S all for the first time in this second map. See if he can start to have some real impact now, as they got 2 orgs this time, 2 M4s, 1 kits, and 5 players for the Team Liquid side, focusing towards B. This changing things up, knowing that G2 are just about getting stable, and we'll see if Jack can spot one through the smoke there. He certainly does towards short, but the grenade will cost him his life. Does do some decent damage from the grave, but it's up to Shox now to try and defend the B side.
Stewie, that's a very smart play. Fast as Shox was, no one peeking out, fortunately for him, but he does go down to the man that could have cut it all off. Lucky had he been 5 or 6 steps ahead of himself. Let's off down the stairs. They're already inside. Means they're committed to the fights, and Kenny gets it. Good trade. I thought Naf might get a chance to line up both, but Kenny went straight back at it.
Yeah, he knew he had to hit the shot. Couldn't let the bomb go down and be a compromised position. Had to take the chance, and it works out. And it's a massive round victory for the reasons we stated before. Yeah, they have not been winning rounds, but it comes down to a 1v1, 2v1 almost every single time. And so Liquid now might have to take the time out and discuss their options. They actually have, indeed, just to work out if it's worth it. Now, we saw conservative approaches from them on Dust 2 when they had that lead. They lost the map eventually, but those are the correct decisions. When you have the lead, you don't have to force buy. You're on the T side as well. You got this nice lead. No real reason to throw it away. Discussing their options now. Elige brings out Krieg. It looks like they're going for the full investment here. It's the same sort of idea, really. They know the money's low on G2, considering that came down to a 1v1 as well. So there's arguments to be made on both sides. You either go to a very conservative approach, focus on your own money, or try and destroy your opponents right now. They have 2 rifles. a MAC-10, a Deagle, and a UMP. And there's going to be a few players without helmets on that CT side, so this could be a nice approach here. I'm expecting something quite nimble and aggressive from Liquid here. The MAC-10 should be leading the charge as we enter round number 6. And also just an auto shotgun there for Amanek. I think he'll be heading towards the connector.
Nitro waiting down below, though. This is a bit of a tenuous situation to be in. Stewie's going to go back up the ladder. I think Nitro will do the same. They know there's so much utility deployed in that position. They don't want to give away much early. They don't have the benefit of the better guns, at least not on all occasions. And certainly that shotgun in that position at the stairwell is just as good as anything. So don't play into it. Little do they know it's on the map. Jax, though, he knows, or seems to know, where Liquid are. Having rotated back around. Big miss. He might just have to get out at this point. Checks the hallway below. But he commits. Kenny gets the shot on Stewie. That gives him confidence. He can certainly hear Nitro heading his direction. And his patience to hold the position and not overcommit, not get caught running, gives him 2 kills. But the bomb is still in possession, and the 2 remaining do have rifles for Liquid.
They'll head towards Monster. They have to. Now that smoke towards Short denies access. Lucky at least gets 1 kill position. Not quite. What a shot from Nafly. B site not technically open, but Kenny S out the AWP. 1 missed shot could cost the round. He nails the first and now has to buy time.
Time and movement. He nearly got up on top of the boards. Naf reads the headshot, but I'm not sure he's aware that they are so close on sandbags. Double peek, double swing, both ready for it. He was looking toward the door. Had no idea they were both so close indeed.
Did they get the AWP? They didn't. So they still bring 2 rifles over, but ideally finding the AWP would have been perfect, but still Liquid should be eco now. That's the headline here. So either way, it's okay. Certainly not ideal, but Liquid shouldn't be able to force into this one whatsoever. Nice work from Jack. You're absolutely right. Missed a couple of shots towards middle, but stayed calm, waited for his opportunity to strike. 2.5 kills there. That'll do as we see the full eco indeed come through. It's going to be Liquid with Glocks. 2 PT-50s, no nades, no armor, just trying to see if there's any kills available to them, but there might be a few HEs. Oh my goodness, the damage is off the scales, and that's job done really as far as G2 are concerned. It's confirmed there's no armor, they know there's no weaponry, and you can see them falling right back towards that bomb site, not to risk giving any weapons up here.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Kenny will welcome the kill. Spots a lag in front of the bathrooms, so deploys smoke is to delay them. Kenny still looking over top of the flower pots as well. Double headshots. Look for it. Naf kills Nitro, denying Kenny of a 1 HP ace. Might as, you know what, let's just give it to him. We'll call that, he killed the entire enemy team, right? I mean, sort of.
Exactly.
Naf was like, sorry, man, I'm not giving you the stat.
Won't give you the satisfaction. Well, it is 4-3. I thought Liquid were going to run away with this after that flying star here. But the same thing happened on Dust 2. Bear that in mind. MP9 still lands a G2 here, so something a little bit different will have to be presented. You can't hold in a default stance. You're going to have to try and push for a kill. You can see them sending 3 players towards middle. Are they going to go super aggressive here? Time will tell. It's Nitro who gets towards the playground, and those MP9s towards connector as well. So Stewie is segregated. He pushes through. Could cost him his life here. Certainly will. That's going to be a nice play from Jack. Oh, what?
That with an MP9 is spectacular.
Pound for pound, one of the best guns in the game. Like, you play with that correctly, you find those opportunities, it's so nimble, it has that run and gun potential and a snowball effect as well. They will pull a kill back though, as Jack's being dropped. Still, 4 versus 3, G2 and a compromised round. That's what we wanted to see. A bit of aggression there with the MP9, and it certainly works out. 2 smokes remaining, and only real control is towards the B side of the map. Liquid are kind of stuck here. They can't justify going back. They have no idea if they're being flanked. They have to move right now. Smoke goes in. They need quick entries from Naf.
Well, they won't get it. Boost works. Oh, where's the accuracy? Frustratingly close when you're a pixel off on your aim, because it's so hard to move such small adjustments, or make such small adjustments. Nitro did do it at the end. Unfortunately, the team will not. 4 back in succession from G2 ties us up, and that all goes to how honest they kept the economy, how close they kept the rounds in which they were losing. But Liquid, G2's getting everything going their way, and they're gunning. They're absolutely nailing their shots. They're gonna have to be, that's pretty cool. They're gonna have to be pretty disciplined in trying to get this game back in their favor, because again, this is their map choice. They've already dropped us too. G2's looking very confident in the way that they're playing.
Yeah, I like this from G2. No sniper required this round. It's another deco round from Liquid here. 3 Deagles, 2 PT-50s as G2 No SMGs now. Same HGs thrown, this time not as devastating. Money not amazing for the French. You can see Shoxy getting it racked up now. If they win this round cleanly, they'll be in a very good position, but that has to come through first. And we know how good Liquid are with these Deagles, especially players like Twists, as he works towards the middle area. 3-man stack towards the A site, and will be Shoxy spearheaded the operation, waiting by the bathrooms. AK waiting for a flash from his teammate, potentially if he detects movement on the other side.
Nitro. P250. Looks on the other side of the wall, don't be misled. A 5th round, potentially. CT-sided rounds were a bit of an issue for G2 in the past. They're looking very sharp this event, perhaps finally invigorated by that which their Patriots are doing inside of Vitality. They do not want to be left behind, and it's an incredibly good and a successful crossfire. No one barely scathed on the way to the site from Liquid.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I should say.
Yeah, the fact they keep 5 players alive there, we said there had to be a clean round to really kind of set the foundations down financially here, and they've got that. The only problem, I suppose, at this stage is that they have too much success in the last few rounds. They don't have the AWP for Kenny. He'll be using the M4 this round, but don't let that misguide you. He's certainly a capable rifler. 3 AK-47s looks very good on the CT side. Can they keep it up? They've taken the lead here. They can take this map. They were 2-0 Liquid here. That would be astonishing. No one would have called that, in my opinion, but we'll see as the game unfolds further. Remember, they lost the pistol. They were 4-0 down, and now 5-4 up. Convincing stuff from G2.
Now just waiting it out. Nitro doing the same, Liquid not having their typical confidence of certainly players like Stewie. He sits on only 3 kills so far, so his best showing as of yet. Checking every angle as well and doing it without the use of utility. There's not much left to the tease. There's 2 smokes, 1 for Nitro, 1 for Stewie, and 2 flashes. A decoy even used at this point to try and bait players out as they need to find picks. Oh, Ominuk on arrival! In style, he gets both Twist and Elige. Double headshot from the AUG. They're making that weapon work.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him pull back a little bit there, but it seems like it's all under control. It still is a massive advantage here for G2. Nitro and Naf left with 1 smoke, an AWP and the AK-47, and no time, Matt. They're going to have to just hold up in T-spawn, I think. There's not even a chance to go to a bomb site. That means the money situation gets even worse for them now, because yes, they hold the weapons, but Nitro and Naf will not receive any money into the next round, and have no plant as well, even with the maximum loss bonus. They're in a difficult spot. They will be able to buy into it. I'm not sure they'll fully invest. They'll probably have Deagle armor with these 2 weapons saved. Like, they're still on the T side, remember. This looks a little bit scary right now, but I don't see them fully investing here. There's certainly an option to do it. It'd be AK's armor with no utility at all. What's the call here? I'd say a timeout. You need to get a Dren involved in this one. It's a bit of a nightmare. They do buy up into it. Galil's instead. And this is where G2 can really sink their teeth into the second half. This is a huge round for them. Nitro has the AWP from the last round, of course. He has 1 smoke, but they are compromised tactically with the lack of grenades available to them here. A few smokes, a couple of flashbangs, that's about it. They need quick and fast kills, and Stewie, he's certainly capable of finding them. He's seen them picking up the pace here as they look for that pick towards shore, potentially.
Nitro waiting. Jax slides across the mouth of Monster. I suppose that's kind of the butt of the Monster, because the mouth's actually graffitied on the other side.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
We gotta be accurate here.
It's true. It's the other end of the digestive system, that digestive system.
You have an orifice.
There you go. That works. Stewie, that certainly works. Ominuk and Shox both go down. And they clear the stairs finally. That'll give them a bit more to work with. Bomb still waits back by T-spawn, back by Naf. Just above him on the stairs to the left. But the next pick firmly going the way of Liquid as well, as Lucky gives himself up on a platter. Jax tries to isolate Naf, certainly can, gets the AK out, not ready to fight back. Bomb is in that direction. Remember, they have to respond, and so they will, but they won't, because Jax shuts them down. Just when it seemed time was there and the bomb was gone, Jax manages to pull a rabbit from a hat, and Liquid nearly give the round away.
Yeah, the fact that he had the bomb down and T-spawn there, if he does bring it to a 1 versus 1, that would have been insane. Much more than he was worth there. Looked like Liquid had done such a great job. It's still an expensive round. They'll win it, but here's Stewie 2K. Lovely work in that connect. You'll see him there every single round. You'll see Nafla outside B. But Jax, yeah, he's performing. I like that a lot. They'll still have the lead here, and Kenny S now has the AWP as the incendiaries are deployed towards T steps. Well, slow things down, Elise. Not extinguishing it just yet. He throws that to suggest someone's crossed towards playground. They're going to go back towards a B execution now, but he throws that. He didn't have to. He could have hold on to his smoke, but he's kind of suggesting it's a default at this stage, just to kind of hold off any sort of potential flank and buy them a good 10 seconds or so.
Shocks. It's gonna get run down. Stewie's already there. He can hear the great counter flash, though. Stewie has depleted a lot of his ammunition, and he's lost all of his health. He's downed, but Twist gets one in response, and then Naf joins in for the double peak. Bombs dropped in water. They're being very aggressive to clear the site and nearly give up ground, because Amanuk gets positioned inside of the window. Too fast for his own good on the pillar shots, and he'll get pushed off the angle. Bomb should be planted now. Yeah, Liquid in this bomb. Whew.
Yeah, got a little bit dicey there. The bomb drops down in that position. It can be quite scary, but even with the low HP, Team Liquid stayed very calm there. And just a small note from Elise, like that covers the flanks. They're going for the B execution, and it seems to work out perfectly for them. They're trading out effectively. Bomb planted. Amanek will have to hold on to the AWP. There is one more bite available to G2 if he holds onto the weapon, which looks absolutely fine. He's currently sat in the playground position. Just looking for any exits here, but ideally just staying alive. So Liquid, a few compromised rounds, but that's a lovely execution towards B. That's where they do their best work. They have become a much slower team since Adren came in on this map. They were a lot more methodical and tactical, but they like to throw in the set pieces every now and then because they can just be so devastating as that 5-man death ball walking around the map and just finding the headshots, even through the incendiary there. That's a really beautiful play. G2 didn't see it coming. As we get into a timeout here, round 13, 6-6. Actually, correct score at the top. Do not adjust your sets. G2 did take the first map here. That was the pick of theirs, which was Dust 2. Now we're on Overpass. Liquid's arguably best map. Scoreboard here for you. Jax at the very top with 10. Lucky had a difficult start in Dust 2. Mid-table with 7. At the very top of Liquid will be Nitro, 8 and 7. Similar story for Twist, who's there with 8 as well, with less ADR. Well then, tactical timeout has been called. Remember, they saved the AWP on the CT side. They'll obviously further Kenny, who hasn't lit up the server today, hasn't been off by any means. But like Pimp said, if G2 are going to win this, they need Kenny S carrying with a fantastic sniper display. We'll see if it can come through.
Flashback through the smoke Twists. Checking all the angles on the way by. And they're going to go for the slide boost. Elise just jump checks it instead. Twist didn't want to go with him. Doesn't want to play in the park today.
We'll head towards the fountain. CT's with more of a focus towards A this time. You can see 2 players in this position. Jax and Shox working in tandem. Smoke goes down, denies vision. And they're making a few sound cues here. Amanek in the bathrooms as well, so they are ready for this. Heading back towards the connector though. Taking away that CT vision. Checking connector. What's the final commitment here from Liquid? Still seems to be A.
West has a chance to get the angle flashed out. A lot of noise. 2 players on his left on entry and another third on the right. That's a big crossfire potential. Bait and switch was all there, and yet somehow Liquid come out with the kills. Shocks and Amanek go down. Elise and Stewie survive on very low HP, very fragile, as they head toward Kenny, who's forward of the play. Lucky took nade damage, had to run through a Molotov. He's on 20 before he even arrives, and they're already bailing out as a result.
Yeah, if Kenny hits that shot, there's a chance to go for it, but he took a lot of damage. Bomb got planted. Not really worth it. Their money is broken at this stage. They have to hold on to the weapons they have. And Liquid, really nice sequence there towards the bathrooms. Even with 3 players ready and waiting those crossfires, they timed it to perfection. You could see trying to dodge the flashes, trying to make it happen, but Only one kill comes in at that point. Liquid run away with the frags. Twist the only victim. And Kenny S unlucky to hold their weapons. Once again, Liquid don't really have the resources to go for the full hunt here, but they take the lead. It will be 7-6 in their favor on the T side of Overpass here. So luckily, they'll hold on to the sniper, but Kenny S, like we said, hasn't had a massive amount of impact here. Now, this sort of round, probably the timeout from G2, but we want to see that Kenny boosted somewhere, maybe towards middle, going for a quick pick and connector, something like that. He knows the pressure's on him if they're going to have a fighting chance in round number 14 here, coming to the dying stages of the first half. Can he deliver? I don't think they'll force buy, considering it is so late on in the half. They want to have a nice strong buy to finish things off, but there's a chance they win this. What will Kenny be up to, though? I need to see a quick pick from him. A boost, maybe, we said. He heads to that position, fumbles the jump somewhat, and might cost him his life. Has to keep challenging, though. He knows this round is going to be a difficult one, but looks like he's dropped. At least he's got him, no problem. Couldn't do much more with that. If he makes the jump, maybe the kill was there, but it cost him in the end.
Amina heading back up toward the top of the stairs. CZ in hand, AWP just out of reach. And he's out of breath because it's stolen from him by a headshot of Twist's AK. Looking to get back in the winning ways, and convincingly so. Stewie finds two more. Pistol's unable to find anything so far for G2, and this is looking more composed from Liquid than the few rounds that got away from them.
Absolutely. Really clean stuff here. Final round. Coming up, money there for G2. Just throwing the flashbang for the sake of it at this point.
Be annoying.
Yeah, nothing Shox can do is Stewie will finish things off. Yeah, well,
just be annoying all the time.
You've stood by
interrupting
it. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Round 15 and final chance for G2 to split things down the middle. If Liquid get 9-6 there, I would say they'd be very comfortable to close things out. And for now, we'll have a look at the final buy. Any timeout? Nothing called. They have one kit. Pretty much everything they need. Kenny over lack of grenades, but he hasn't really been delivering the opening frags here. Hasn't found many opportunities. Liquid have fended him off well. Nitro on the CT side as well. Watch out for that AWP. That's going to be a bit of a firecracker as we move forward. He is very good on this map with that weapon on the CT side.
Yeah, this map and Train to some extent, because it's such close movement between multiple angles, you see a lot more of the static oppers having highlight plays, as opposed to the Guardians, the Kenny S. The very flashy or simple, very flashy oppers. You see guys like Fallen and Nitro really getting a lot of kills toward that A site.
Yeah, absolutely, because they're playing to fend off the final approach. They're reading the game so well, positioning themselves to read tendencies of the smokes, the flashes. They design these executions themselves. They know how they work, and they can move and duck and weave around the bomb side to find multiple frags. That A site, especially for Nitro, is fantastic. 1 minute remaining as the long control comes in. Liquid looking to close this out with a nice, clean 9-6 scoreline. 45 seconds remaining. Bomb still down at T spawn, so this might be a bit of a ruse here. They're going to collect the bomb now at T step. Samanek waiting by the bathrooms here. They're a bit desperate for a kill now. That flashback comes over. He knows he has to hit this shot, but unfortunately for them, Stewie gets it, and they're heading back towards B. It looks like the round might be done. It's all really down to Lucky. He needs multiple frags here. Good smoke. Might buy them enough time.
Quick pump flash. Toward Monster again. Smoke down. Back turned because Nitro's going to get flashed in, but it's missed the mark, and Nitro fully blind. Twist has to trade. Bomb recovered. Shocks to hold. Read so well that Stewie was going to pop out as well. And it's now Elige versus Kenny. Op versus Krieg. 4 seconds. Plant is gone. This comes to kills.
Oh!
He has to get him. He gets him in the smoke with 2 seconds left.
That's insane. What a finish that was. Kenny S. He gets juked out by the fake plant, and Elige with 1 tap apparently at the mouse. He gets the kill. It's 9-6.5. We'll see you after the break.
Different. drift away until the day the world stops spinning. Oh, baby. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah. The stars falls around us, entwining us. So baby, stay with me where the sun doesn't go down, and we will drift away until the day the world stops spinning, 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 until the day the world stops spinning.
Nine to 6 for Team Liquid. Same score as Dust 2 for the same team. We know how that went. G2 turned things around, took the map away. Can they do the same from the T side of Overpass? Yet to be determined.
The stats say they can, but we'll see what the server has to say. The pistol will be indicative as to which way this one is going. Liquid swap over to the favored side of the CT forces, and they have an incendiary on the back pocket there of Stewie2K. So something a little bit hot and spicy coming in to the pistol round here. We'll see what he's got in mind. In terms of the T setup here, we've got one smoke, couple of flashes. CT boost being set up towards B there. Elise spots multiple players towards a fountain position, takes care of one of them, and Twist looks like he's going to get the second. Takes a bullet to the face. So does Nafly.
Twists. Shocks.
He's juking it out right now.
Twist is going to head back out, or rather back toward the A site defensively, but gets caught at the tree. Shocks beats him to it, and Elige is still quite a distance from being able to do anything about it. They've gotten behind him as well. He goes back to the site. Remember the first pistol? It was won by Liquid without a single kill from G2. Now they find themselves in a 1-on-3. Incendiary for Stewie, and a great first shot onto Kenny, but not looking toward the truck yet. Needs to read where Omanuk is and can't do it fast enough.
Didn't get a chance to show us what he had up his sleeve there with the fire can. It is going to be a G2 pistol there. Fast play towards middle, managing to trade out kills, and then the headshots were the main factor there. The low HP players towards long couldn't fend off Shoxy, and they'll find themselves a nice clean pistol victory there with Stewie2K. Lovely shot, brought it down to 2 versus 1, but didn't have much of a chance past that. 4 spy in response. Now remember, in Dust 2, they lost the pistol, they managed to win this round. Liquid, that is. See if they can do it again. Full eco for Nitro. As we said, the AWPer of this map, specialist, I would say, in terms of the sniping on Overpass. So definitely want to make sure you focus on that. No compromises made in that department. They can still win this round with CZs. Not looking good, though, with the B finish, because Twist will have to extinguish... Oh, no.
It bounced too shallow.
Yeah, that was weird. He takes a lot of damage for it.
Oh, does he ever?
Yep. Well, that's annoying, because that should have extinguished straight away, right?
I think it was a little shallow. I think he threw it straight down toward his feet. He was just beside where the flames were.
Yeah, that was a serious issue in CS:GO for a while. That was so inconsistent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was basically each individual flame had a hit marker, and if you were in between the flames, it wouldn't count it. That one, I think he was just too far left of where they actually were spreading, which was graphically, that one was a bit more misleading.
Yeah, I think either way he was done for, but still, might have got a kill out of it. His Nafly does find one, but the round is going to be going in favor of G2. Might as well save onto your force-ball weapons, of course, because might as well have a second bite of the cherry. You're going to have CZ's, Deagle's armor. Scout still a chance to win it. But G2 get closer now to tying things up. That's going to be 9-8 on their T side of Overpass here. Good stuff. Clean round. Liquid, though, still going to be dangerous in the third. Do they buy anything more, though? Remember, Nitro, he'll still have quite a lot of cash, but he found the Mac 10. So they actually are still in a pretty decent position. Nitro will be dropped to Deagle, give the Mac 10 to Elise, who has armor. So Nitro just seeing if he can hold on to his cash, maybe steal a kill away. Stewie 2K, we saw how strong he was as a scout on Dust 2. Can he replicate that form?
Smoke down. Naf, quick jump. Again, and you'll see them all. Now needs to get himself positioned accordingly, and he goes back over toward the ramp to try and get the headshot angle. Almanac already watching that with the Mac 10. Confirms it. They try and clear barrels again. That's when Twist wants to pop out. Avenge himself from the last round, but can't do it. Shocks with the kill instead. Jax up above. Kenny gets the kill that he spotted. Naf went down. Nitro takes a hefty amount of damage as well as everything's covered off. So bomb planted. They've watched the rotations. They've watched the flanks, and it's just Stewie remaining. Scout to aim with. Can't do it, and he's gone down.
Nitro will certainly bring out the AWP now. Not as exciting rounds are built up. Not much found at all there for Liquid, as we'll see the first gun round come in. But remember, there's SMGs there for G2. Similar sort of bonus situation. There's a good chance there's few helmets on the Liquid side. There's actually 0, Matt. That Mac 10 becomes a bit of a railgun in the right situation. If you can get close range and mow them down, it can become an absolute nightmare to deal with. You're expecting something quite fast and nippy here from the G2 side to try and send those Mac 10s in first. Nitro, like we said, very good on this map. Can he deliver in the first round?
Nitro, ooh, dear me. Get back there, son. Kenny nearly caught him retreating to the bathroom. That smoke took an awkward bounce.
Yeah, it did.
Like, well, I don't even think it had a collision mark with the railing, so I don't know what. It hit the edge of the tree. Either way, Kenny gets around it and went inside of the bathrooms to capitalize on the gap that it created, and meanwhile, it's all over toward B. Contact directly on the head of Jax all the way through. That slows them down. Naf comes out for a double peek and a double kill. As Jax and Evanek are gone, so rotation back over toward A instead.
Absolutely true. Great work from Nafly there. You can see them trying to push vision away from that A side of the map, focus towards B, got nothing for it, and now they'll try their luck towards A. Nice shot from Shocks. He's going to take a bit more than that, though, to get anything more than a bomb plant. Still massive advantage for Liquid considering the HP, but a chance here for G2. Flashbangs and heads-up play required. They need to find a couple of kills, and there's no kits, actually, so that is an important factor.
It's a massive factor. Despite that they're up by one man and a good amount of HP. They've got to be quick about their actions. They go now. Shocks wants to peek back in, can't do it. Naf, wide side of the box, takes down Kenny as well. Kit's not mattering anymore as Naf gets aggressive. It's the other side of bathrooms, and Elige gets the kill instead. Stewie does pick up a kit, but Diffuse was safe, I think, either way. Might have been a little close on 10 seconds. But it is now Liquid back to the winners column of the second half, the first time for them, and it gives them a 10-9 lead.
Indeed. But remember, entering that round with a Mac 10 and a UMP would have liked a bit more damage than that, but the bomb planted, still enough for a full buy here, of course, as we do see the double digits there for the North Americans. G2 will have the French sniper in the form of Kenny S brought out here. Nitro to be tested. This will be quite the battle. I'm looking forward to it. Grenades exchanged towards middle, flashbangs as well. Elige, oh my goodness, the airstrike, 3 of them. They've done their homework. They know the moves he likes to present, and that's a lovely opening pick. No better feeling than that. Didn't even see him, and you get the opening kill. So what's the reaction here? Liquid, do they push B? Do they try and get connect to control? So far, just holding in a static manner as Shoxy waits for the reaction. Could be a push from short. Stewie 2K thinks better of it.
Swings back down toward Monster, though. Sprays through the wooden wall. Gets one, combining with Twist, who struggles again for the back of the barrels. Twists with 11 kills. He's not far off the mark. Everyone's extremely close across both teams, but hasn't had a standout performance so far in this series. Great shot from Kenny. Bomb plant again. Nitro has to back away. 10-10. G2 could take this series 2-0, advance directly into the playoffs, and force Liquid into a deciding matchup tomorrow. Which is not how you want to start off Season 3 of the Intel Grand Slam, having just won it in 4 successive victories.
Yeah, it has been reset for this event. I guess we can explain how the new system works if we get a chance the next time out. Few changes made, but Nitro for now will hold on to the AWP. It's G2 with a convincing performance from Amanek there. Lovely shots, good trades towards B. Money now, a real talking point for the Liquid, but Nitro holds onto the Orbs. Still a fighting chance in this round. They can buy into it. I think they will. You can see the M4 from Stewie2K there. Nafly joins them, but this is such a swing round for them. Amanek, the second kill he gets here was just marvelous. That one there, that's what really decides the round. Twist, normally such a strong anchor, and that B-bomb site gets nothing for it from those barrels. If they lose this round, then a lot of trouble, Liquid. Nitro knows it. The in-game leader needs to step up. Extinguishing the flames, Jax makes his way towards the playground, but can't get there just yet. We'll have to wait as 2 incendiaries are thrown in that position. Boost towards the B site. Oh, the airstrike again. That's the Astralis grenades, 3 of them. And they got a kill towards middle before to take down a Liege. They get a kill on Nitro this round of HEs, and look at the damage done to Nafly with the same grenade.
G2's beating Liquid right now, cleanly. They've got them figured out. They've done everything right in these situations to make sure they ensure they get the damage. And Twist, desperately walking back through to get information, causes the next mistaking casualty.
Yeah, the reason they're pushing like that is because they know they need something to go in their favor. They had a UMP in the hands of Twist, right? So he has to get close range. He's flashed over. It's not necessarily a bad play, but just a perfect setup from G2 now. If they give this round up, they've got themselves to blame. Alige, nice footwork. Might be able to get away with this one. Oh, the bounce.
Oh, he nearly got sprayed even still.
Really good.
I'm a bit surprised he didn't consider the stairwell. Smokes himself off into bathrooms. That's going to leave him in the corner. That means Naf has focus toward long, but he's Molotoved off. Forced on the truck. Has to get aggressive. Sees a shadow. That helps. Omina gets one. Lucky still waiting it out because he's covered off Alige, which means the swing can't go back in, and it's all on Stewie. Already spotted double peek. G2 covering every angle. They look good as a unit right now. This is a team game from G2.
I haven't said this about G2 in about 3 years, but they've done their homework. They've got a tactical edge here. It seems like they understood the setups of Team Liquid, and they're actually countering them every single round. You know how that gets in your head when you realize all of our tricks, all of our tendencies are usually fun as opening kills. We're dying to grenades 2 times in a row.
But not only that, I mean, you go to the G2 side of it. Normally in the past, when you have Kenny and Shox on a team, a lot of their strategy has just been Kenny and Shox, go get them. Dropping down cobblestone with an AWP, like through arch, ridiculous stuff, right? And you can't do that anymore. People are too skilled and too disciplined now. It's nice to see them recognize that and actually reinvent themselves, not only those 2 specifically, but the entire team.
Well, there's a bit of a French talking point right now. They do give up a lot of rounds to pistols. That's more of a vitality tendency, I suppose. But Liquid, with this shotgun and deagles, looking to take this one. And now the rule of thumb here is make sure that if any kills possible for your opposition, you have to be there for the trade. You know they're on pistols here. You do not want to enter a choke point like that, connect there with an AWP any further than the line Kenny's currently holding. Waiting for a chance to strike. Good flick, but doesn't connect. Confirms they're on pistols. Molotov will allow him to fall back if he wants to and can focus towards that door.
Kenny S fakes going up the ladder and drops back down, hoping he'll bait someone into the hallway to check. Hasn't managed it so far. Lucky top of the stairs, nearly got a chance to fire at Nitro's head.
There it is.
Yep, starts it off well. Now the question is, how do they respond to it? Because Naf's on his own. Wants to try and get the gun. There's no one actually close enough yet. 19 seconds as the bomb heads to B, and Naf actually gets... Oh, he didn't. He didn't quite get far enough out to get the gun, so he's got to hold the sight with just a pistol. But all he really needs to hold is 4 more seconds. Bomb wants to go down. It can't. 6 seconds on the clock. They've just got to stay alive. Surely Jax can't pull this off. 3 on the sight. They are all there, but 1 second left. The smoke conceals them all, and Liquid win the round.
Oh, that's the one they didn't want to give up there. Too slow, a little bit too tentative, and it will be G2 playing themselves almost there. The final commitment towards the B side with 20 seconds remaining. Nafly has the absolute perfect smoke there to enable him to just sit in there and, as you mentioned, deny the plant. That is huge. That is a big round. They shouldn't have won. And G2 know it as well. They'll still have enough to buy here, but a compromise has to be made. It's Lucky down to just a pistol. They have a Kenny SAWP. He still has 4.5 grand in reserve. Could have given his teammate a rifle, but they're opting to keep his money nice and strong. It's understandable, considered one of the world's best snipers. As Jax doesn't take damage from the grenade, but the follow-up wallbang will touch him slightly there. Lucky and Jax down about 70 HP. B execution looking likely here as a grenade once again towards Twist position. They've really got a read on that. No kill found this time, but significant damage, and to Nafly as well. Full investment from the North Americans, still not out of danger just yet. They give this round out the back to eco territory. Lucky still on the pistol, but with those low HP players, that might be enough.
Leash checking both sides very timidly.
This makes sense. So going towards long, you know there's very little chance to have a sniper at this point. You stick together, make sure you trade out. We didn't like what we saw before. One player going down towards short. Remember the golden rule, just make sure you trade together, stick as a formation against a weak buy. And so far, so good as Jax open things up. Needs to be cognizant of the clock here. 40 seconds remaining. Bomb still in bathrooms. And Lucky showing a little bit of presence there towards connector, but Stewie still in that position.
Yeah, I was kind of overthinking it a little bit. I mean, Stewie used to be so confident he'd just walk up the stairs and take the fight. Now he's trying to take map control when ultimately they're down a man, and he just needs to get information back. Elise sprayed through the wall. They'll have heard that hit him, and they even check it when Omnic swings out. Stewie's late, just barely catches Lucky getting back through the smoke, and thankfully for his sake, Naf got one before going down, because now they're in a 2-on-2 twist. Oh, he's so clever on the site. Waits for the bomb to fall in front of him, and Shocks has to pull it back and does exactly that with a great shot, but needs the plant now. Just barely got it in time. This gives Stewie a chance to pounce, but Shocks is going to look this way. You know he is. Stewie's ready for it.
A very close round there. It looked like G2 had done enough, but Twist denies it all. As you mentioned, very intelligent play. Even got time to pick up the AWP there. He's just waiting to deny that plan the best he can. A chance to pounce there. Gets 2 kills. G2 can't believe it. It looked like such a convincing round for them. And now Liquid back on their feet. They take the edge slightly with a 12-11 lead. You see Twist there with a smile on his face. And Kenny, as we mentioned, didn't drop a weapon before. He still has $7,000. Replay for Twist, sitting in that smoke, waiting for the truck plan there. Denies it straight away. Stewie 2K, very convincing finish as well. No pressure there, as we'll take a timeout. Big moment once again. G2 looking to close this one out in 2 maps, but after losing to Pistols and now another tight clutch, they'll be feeling the pressure. Shoxy deliberating over this round as they want to invest. You can see the money on the screens right now. Kenny would have to drop a couple of weapons here if they want to buy up into it. This is going to be, a little bit of a cheesy approach, I suppose. It's fitting. It's a French team. They bring out CZs and MAC-10s. You'd assume a B rush with a few smokes would make sense. As we get to round number 24, these rounds are quite scary to fend off. It's a snowball approach that can turn into an avalanche very quickly. And as I mentioned, towards B makes sense. Are they straight up rushing this? Incendiary down, shouldn't have much of a chance here, but Twist could be caught out.
Certainly could, but gets one before falling, and additional damage. Stewie gets into the site. Naf, Twist, Stewie have been involved simultaneously with each other's performances and kills by way of assists, whether it's flash or direct. And Stewie closes it out with Naf with the assist. So those 3 hold off the site, despite losing one of them. They now have a 2-round lead.
Yeah, looking to close things out and take us to a 3rd. But that wasn't the investment from G2. That was just an attempt to find a first quick pick, bomb down, see if there's a post-plant situation available, but no dice. AWP for Kenny once again. Nitro hasn't had one of those show-stopping moments on the CT side of the orb yet, but He normally does it when it really matters, and round 25, I suppose that's when you would about expect it. We'll see what happens here as Kenny S waits for aggression towards that connector. Default round, if ever I saw one. Waiting to get through that connector. B-split could be on the cards here, considering Lucky and Shock's waiting outside towards C-spawn. Smoke setup looks very likely to be the case. Twist has been so good here, making his presence known in the M4. No damage inflicted just yet.
Smokes go down. Molotov goes out.
Yeah. Just trying to pull rotations over towards B. Elige, though, he looks like he's timed this perfectly. The flank could devastate G2 here.
You say that, but he himself is dealing with a flank coming back his direction. He reads that, not the second. Surely Lucky's gonna get the kill back. Nearly fired into a wall rather than a target, but bomb planted. Still a 4-on-3 in favor of Liquid. Naf gets Kenny. Almanac wants to play the smoke to his advantage, and he will, but Naf was quick to the gun. Great shot from Lucky again. Massive damage as well onto Stewie, but round done. Liquid steal it back with the defuse, and now control the situation, potentially moving us on to Inferno with just 2 rounds left to victory.
I think you might be right. They have a buy left in them, but it won't be a fantastic one. AKs and barely any utility. A couple of players might have to go Galil or Pistol. Lose this round is pretty much done. Timeout almost certainly going to be called here. 7 seconds until freeze time ends. You normally call them right at the end. They haven't gone for it. So they are going to buy 4 AK-47s, a MAC-10 for Amanek, and Liquid looking for map points to take it to a 3rd.
Kenny back through the smoke. Lucky downstairs has Elige at the end of the hall. Who gets the better of it? Wow, Elige certainly does. Smoke beyond the flames, and he knew exactly how to elevate himself on the stairs to see through it. Very tough angle to read on a counter peek, but Kenny does catch Elige trying to retreat. Tagged. Very minor damage onto Almanac, but they'll get back 4-on-4, and bomb is over toward Monster. It's gonna be a... Ooh. This is a kill. This is a kill, but does he get away? He absolutely does not. He was fortunate enough to get there before they were.
Yeah. It's now a question of Twist being able to hold them off. The smoke suggests he can. He can reposition off this. HE might do some damage. Trying to spam with it as well. Just tickles Kenny there in the corner. Minute remaining. Huge advantage for Liquid, I would say, considering there's 1 smoke, no flashes. Hoping for a mistake from the CT side at this point. Liquid surely done enough for map points here. We will see, though. Molotov found. Jax will have it. That'll be useful for the barrels, but Naf's got so much intel here. He's confirmed it's a B-side attack. You can see those 2 players, Twist and Nitro, holding true to the site. Oh my, it's done. Yeah, this is going to be map point. Kill for Naf, no problem. And at that point, that funnels the other 2 in towards B. They can't fall back now. They know they've lost map control. You have to walk in, hope you hit the shots, which is very unlikely. It's a very predictable move at this point. And as long as they get at least 1 kill here, like that, round should be over.
Good play from Twists as well. Got up above, so the headshot angle was not as predictable, and therefore not pre-aimed. As soon as he gets the kill, falls off it. Teammate walks out from pillar, and 15-11.
Yeah, good attempt here from G2. They certainly did their homework. We saw the grenades. The composition was looking fantastic, but Liquid, as the game has gone on in the second half, it's their pick. CT forces have been very convincing, I have to say. Last buy for G2 potentially. 1 AK, 1 MAC-10, 3 pistols. They've got all the bells and whistles to go with it, but a severe lack of firepower. There's Nitro for his nice grenade towards T-stats. That's going to hurt. Jack's down to 69, and I guess they have to go B at this point. Don't really have control anywhere else on the map.
Through the wooden wall again to preempt position, but no one on the other side. Molotov is down on the ramp. Snap to that to make it seem a quick sequence. It certainly was from Nitro's perspective. Got 1, but traded immediately, and now they're trying to capitalize on the A site. We've got a battle that's more important. Elige may not recognize he has the bomb. I think he does, because he's rotated back over. He may have spotted it on the radar after he got the kill. And that causes a huge problem because they have to go back and Stewie gets to the top of the stairs. Originally, Elige looked like he was going to be caught by the late player.
Yeah, that might be enough at this point. How do they even detect these players on the other side? Stewie removed, but still doing massive damage towards Amanek. That's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem because it slows them down and it now confirms they're there, which gives Elige more confidence in holding the position. Good find from Kenny, though.
What?
Wow, they just gave up the bomb that easy. Kenny got 1 kill and they were so committed to protecting it, they all walked out into crossfires.
With the time that low, you'd think they just fall back towards the bomb side to get the hell out of there.
Exactly.
But they were very committed, you're right. And actually, there's a chance of overtime here. Lovely shots from Kenny. That headshot was brutal. Managing to get the second as well. It all turns on its head very quickly.
Yeah, certainly they played an objective game, but you could, with, as you say, time being low,
yeah,
you've got to go back. You've bought another 10 seconds at least. Just get out of there.
Yeah, it's a shame, and it's still fine for Liquid. I would say they still probably close this one out, but they'll have to take the eco here. CZs and G2 seem to be aware. Very passive hold here. 4 players stacked in towards a connector. Nice. Oh, sorry, it's on the outside wall, so you're going to see that boost. You don't see it too often these days. Normally good for a kill or two, but the B site now open. Makes things a bit more problematic, I suppose. See if they can recover this one. Lucky will head back and make sure he doesn't go down that tight choke point of the connector corridor. Shoxy don't have to push any further than this.
Well, they'll push into him instead. Not quite the third. I thought he was going to line them all up there with that position in the dugout. Almanac and Kenny, though, still controlling the situation. So we go 15-13 after what looked very promising in the last round for Liquid. And guns should be brought out. They will be brought out again.
Yes.
For the CTs.
Absolutely so. This is the case. And will they get any more kills here? They do not. Only one goes down on the G2 side. An efficient anti-eco there. Liquid will have everything they need, including a Nitro AWP here. Stewie goes down to just a FAMAS. They have 1 kit. No timeout call just yet, but there it is from Liquid. They will bring it out now. 2 rounds away from overtime. They really don't want it to go there. This is a nice chance now to cleanly take it to a third. They have been the better squad overall. G2 have certainly had some interesting approaches. They've obviously watched the demos. They understand the boosts, how to get early kills and get inside the heads of Team Liquid. But in terms of individual skill and the shots landing and the crossfires, clutches, Liquid have had a lot of that, and they managed to win an eco as well, remember. Shoxy denies that factor this round at least. Push towards Graffiti, the 3-man boost gets nothing. And we head into what could be the final round again. G2 with the advantage overall in terms of weaponry, but still a good chance Liquid could do it on the CT side here. Round 29. Problem is, the loss bonus isn't fully established. If they lose this with all 5 going down, that could be overtime locked in. We'll see.
Jax, Almanac, and Kenny all out toward the playground. Molotovs toward the tree. Taking no chances to try and make this an overtime game. And need to be aware of the presence inside of the bathroom connector. Elige and Nitro to play off of each other. Flash fully catches Elige, but Nitro's ready. Baits in his teammate, bomb goes down, and in comes Naf. That's a perfect setup from Liquid.
Yeah, couldn't be better, to be honest. Third map pretty much confirmed at this point. It will be Shoxy. Not anymore lucky in the 1 versus 4. He has 40 HP and almost no chance in this one. It's Liquid. Made a bit of a meal of it in terms of finishing this one cleanly, but they get the map win, no problem whatsoever in this final round. Lucky just playing kills at this point, not going to happen. There it is, it's 16-13. Doesn't matter how close it was, they got the scoreline they needed, and there's going to be a third map confirmed. Great performances on that CT side, that's when they really came to life there. 20 kills for Stewie, Naf, and Elige. It's Twist and Nitro that have 16, so a good team effort there.